Wildfires and climate change. A wildfire is an uncontrolled fire that spreads across the land. Wildfires contribute to climate change by deforestation and emitting CO2 into the atmosphere. Winds from wildfires put smoke, heat, and water vapor into the atmosphere. However, that is not where most of the carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere. More carbon dioxide is released by fires burning trees, which causes the trees to emit the carbon dioxide they absorbed back into the atmosphere. It not just makes trees release the carbon, it also makes it harder for trees to grow back. Wildfires are getting stronger due to climate change. Wildfires emit fine particle pollution, which are particles that are really tiny into the atmosphere, which goes up higher because wildfires are getting bigger due to climate change. Even though some particles would block sunlight, which would cool the temperatures, most particles heat the atmosphere for a short amount of time. Though this is not the main problem, these fine particles will affect climate when they land on glaciers. This will cause the glaciers to melt faster. A 2016 study showed that tundra fires are 4 times more likely to happen in the next few decades due to these burned particles from fires. These are some burned particles on glaciers. According to scientists, wildfires have emitted 8 billion tons of CO2 every year for the past 20 years, which is about 5 to 10% of all CO2 emissions into the atmosphere. In fact, wildfires in Northern California in 2017 emitted as much CO2 into the atmosphere in 1 week as all the emissions from California's trains and cars in 1 year. In addition, according to Peter Tan's, a large and hot wildfire that burns down 400,000 acres emits the same amount as 4.8 power plants such as the Mendocian Fire Complex. Even though wildfires have decreased globally, this is because burned land is being turned into agriculture, which is less fire-prone. However, agriculture contributes to climate change too. Note that in this picture, this is showing the amount of burned acres in the wildfire in the United States, not globally. Climate change caused wildfires because warming temperatures has made the soil dry. Rising temperatures from climate change evaporates a lot of the moisture out of the ground. In addition, in burned forest from wildfire snowpack, snow that hasn't melted for months have melted a month earlier, which causes less moisture. Due to dry trees and plants, the wildfires can reach the forest canopies, which makes it harder to stop the wildfire. In addition, climate change has caused the wildfire season to be 3.5 months longer. Climate change has also affected weather patterns, which results in fire-prone areas to get less rain. Climate change will cause megadroughts in the future, which have an 80% likelihood of happening in the U.S. by the end of the century. A megadrought is a severe drought that has lasted for decades. This will cause very dry weather, which will increase the amount of wildfires and make the wildfires bigger. According to scientists, bushfires in Australia during 2019 to 2020 were 30% more likely to happen because of climate change. Furthermore, the fires in Canada during 2017 were 7 times larger because of climate change. These wildfires are a concern for humans. Not only do wildfires kill people and destroy homes, wildfires emit fine particle pollution, which can cause health problems for humans. Specifically, 165,000 to 264,000 deaths from air pollution are from wildfires. Wildfires also cause climate change, as stated before, and causes vegetation not to grow. However, wildfires can be slowed down. By stopping the Earth from warming 2 centigrades in the next 100 years, that would substantially limit the amount of wildfires. The world also needs to prevent forests which have lots of carbon to be replaced by grasslands which don't have a lot of carbon. Also, having controlled fires would help slow down wildfires. However, wildfires are not the main cause of climate change, so stopping wildfires won't stop climate change.